Casey Thompson and looking for a quarterback, there you go.
Well, yeah, and last Tuesday when we talked, a lot of that was about Casey Thompson and about while we were actually talking, he was here on his visit, his unofficial visit with his father, who and most people know that started at Oklahoma, and Charles Thompson, and him and Pops rolled around campus on Tuesday and Wednesday on their own self-guided tour, as you may call it. Any of the contact that they had with the coaches and anybody was all video wise. So they kind of took in the sights and pulled the trigger and kind of got things rolling. And Nebraska, that was the news that I think lifted the whole weight off of Husker Football Nation with the departure of Adrian Martinez. That now you brought in a proven guy that led the Big 12, like you said. He led the Big 12 in touchdowns last year, and obviously has experience at a high level, and a mature guy, and has some ties with Scott Frost back in the recruiting process when it all started. And it's a home run. And it's so cool too to have who could ever claim that he wasn't even a part of it. He's not even a part of it yet, really. Winter conditioning just started yesterday, but his dad played at Oklahoma and played against Nebraska in big games and rivalry games. And then he played at Texas, who he didn't play against Nebraska when he was at Texas, but obviously we know that, Nebraska doesn't like Texas very much and vice versa. But that's a cool dynamic, I think, when you can have those three teams, three of the blue bloods in college football when it all comes down to it, that you have ties to all three of them right now in a very, very historic way. And like I mentioned earlier, very, very mature young man. And, when you come here, when you're the starting quarterback in Nebraska, I guess I'm anointing him starting quarterback already when there's a lot of competition going into the spring here. But when you are the starting quarterback in Nebraska, you're under the gauntlet, and you're going to face 40 to 50 reporters twice a week, every week, and have to be, pretty good in front of the media and be that kind of a savvy type of a guy to flourish around here. And Adrian Martinez did a great job of that and didn't win a lot of games here, but really did command the room most of the time when he was out there. And I expect the same thing out of Casey Thompson.
Yeah, we talked about him last week, and my first impression was from his performance at the Alamo Bowl against Colorado. And again, I'm not going to elaborate on it, but just basically, he was making throws that not all college quarterbacks make in that game, where he was making more NFL kind of throws, just in terms of, again, I love the shot that they take behind the offense where you can see downfield and see exactly what's going on during the play from the overhead.
Absolutely.
And you could see, it always amazes me watching on Sunday when a quarterback has that ball, he's made a decision to throw it, it's coming out of his hand, and you think, at that point, how does he see what's going to develop? Not just with his own guys. He knows where his guys are going to a certain extent, although they're even reading coverages and breaking off routes and doing stuff. But he knows that linebacker's moving here and the safety's going to do this and let it go. And Casey Thompson was doing a little bit of that.
Yeah, I mean, he's a guy that, he's in the mold of an NFL style of a quarterback. He's a throw first guy. He's not a run first guy. And if you're replacing Adrian Martinez, don't be expecting to see, a run heavy quarterback style that we've been used to. You saw Logan Smothers run the ball 30 times against Iowa in the last game of the year. And with new offensive coordinator Mark Whipple, that's not his style. So, you're already seeing that they're already moving towards more of a drop back passing mode. Play action, drop back, and complete pro style system. But they're not going to totally eliminate some of those RPOs that a lot of teams run and stuff. But you're just seeing a little bit more of a shift. You're not going to see much. Nebraska threw in a lot of those option plays a lot this year, and I don't expect you to see too much more of that going on because, like we talked about before Mark Whipple was hired under Scott Frost, and that we all kind of considered that they need to kind of change up what they're doing, and what Coach Frost had been doing at Oregon and Central Florida just wasn't working in the Big 12, and now you kind of see that movement towards that, especially in that quarterback room, and not just with Casey Thompson, but what else has gone on since Casey Thompson committing to Nebraska and being here on campus this week.